Before I start any of my soft pastel drawings, I always tape my Clairefontaine Pastelmat onto a hard surface. I use a cutting mat, but you can use any backing board, and I just use a basic painter's masking tape from a local hardware store. I'm just going to show you step by step a couple of ways how we can transfer our line drawing. You can choose to use your own line drawing if you like, you don't have to follow mine. Or you can even transfer straight from the photo. It's entirely up to you. So what you want to do is on the back of your line drawing, there's a couple of different ways. One way is using a pastel stick or pan pastel on the back. This way can be a bit messy, so I don't really like using this way. But I'll just show you as an example. So put that all over, not just on one part. I'm just showing you one part for now because I'm not going to use it for mine. I'm just going to show you how it might work. So the idea is that you've got this all over the back there, and then as you press, you need to press quite hard for this technique to work. You go over your lines. This is just with a normal graphite pencil, 4H, which is nice and hard. You will eventually see your lines of your transfer coming up. So that is one way to do it, and that is with using pastel. This way you can go over. It is a lot easier. It's a lot probably recommended for lighter images. But another way you can do it is just by using carbon paper. So this is black carbon paper, and just make sure the dark side is facing down. And this is the way that I use it mostly, because I like having a darker line for me to reference when I'm drawing, and it also means that it is there permanently and doesn't smudge. So you've got to keep that in mind as well. Depending on how detailed your line drawing is, you want to make sure that you keep those lines and don't lose them too much, so you can keep a track of where you're going. So I'll just show you an example of how it's looking. See, but it won't rub out, whereas the pastel you'll be able to get rid of a little bit, but the carbon paper. So you carry on through and do your entire... I'm not pressing too heavily. I don't want a very, very dark line, and especially if you're doing, say for example, white petals, you definitely want to press a lot harder, because a lot lighter, because it doesn't cover. If you were using white pastel, it won't cover everything, especially the carbon. So if you were going to do something light, I would recommend possibly going with the stick. So there you go. You can pull up your paper to double check if you've got everything in line, and then once you're happy that everything's on there, you can just remove the tape and remove your line drawing, and you're all ready to start with your soft pastel.